I would use an aesthetic definition. Some water that I would like to drink or taste good, water that I would like to swim in, or water that looks beautiful in a stream or a lake. There's a statutory definition which we use in our work, the standards for water quality based on various contaminants. And sometimes if you meet those standards, you have water that you can drink, of course, and that you can swim in. But I like to add the aesthetic value that it's a nice looking water system, or it's very tasteful water. In agriculture, we should be concerned about water quality because it's part of the ecosystem that agriculture exists in. That ecosystem includes plants, animals, and ultimately people, because the water that we get from our watersheds, which are largely agricultural watersheds, including row crop and animal production systems, that water ultimately feeds our water reservoirs, our aquifers, where we draw our drinking water from. So it's part of a complete system. You can't just say, well, our drinking water is one thing and our ag water is another thing, because ultimately they're part of one whole system. And wildlife fits in there because wildlife, they don't have the ability to change their water quality like we do before we consume it. They're subject to the water that they receive through the ecosystem, and they have to live with that. So if that water is very poor quality, it can threaten their whole life cycle.